Hello, I am Independent, the creator of Saddlebag Exchange, and today I'm here to show you our brand new plugin for Final Fantasy. This brings a lot of the website features right there into your game. So you can go ahead and you can install the plugin and you can open it through any of our commands. So I've gone ahead, I've made a macro for this that runs my command, and that opens the Saddlebag Exchange window. This will then go ahead and show off our four main tools that we've added in here. We have links to our guides, our Patreon, our Discord, and our website there. And so what you're going to want to do at the start is you're going to want to set your home server and your data center. And if you're ever confused about any of this stuff in the app, we've got tooltips that you can just hover over to find. And so we've got four main tools in here, and this matches what's on our website. The reselling trade searches, which shows you the best thing to buy from a vendor or from other servers and resell on your own market board. The Marketshare Overview, which will show you the best selling items or fastest selling items on your server. Craftsim, which will go ahead and let us use our custom statistics to help find the best items for you to be crafting. And our shopping list search, which helps make you a bulk shopping list for hopping around to different servers to get the best materials for the best prices. So we can go in and just like the website, we've got all these same searches in here. So we've got all these pre-made searches, which just go ahead and fill in all of the values to run this search. It's all doing the same tool. It's just different values. So we can go ahead and we can do something like the fast sale search. Now we've got all these different parameters that you can put in, just like the website. Or we can say how many hours we want to look over, how many sales we want, or return on investment we want, the minimum price, and many other details. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to use this pre-made search. It's going to search. And then we're going to get our table popped up. Now, this has a lot of different options on here. So we've got links to the Saddlebag website here, and as well as Universalis. And you can really change these columns around however you want. Like, for instance, let's say I don't want the NPC vendor info. I can just get rid of that. And you see that'll go away. Or let's say I want the home server price. I want to just move that up. So I can just go ahead and see what is on my home server. And then what is the lowest price server. Let's move that up. So I can just get these two values right over there. And we can just fix those column widths if we want. You can change the column width so it gets easier to see as you go along. And it's got all of the data, an excessive amount of data for anyone who wants to do this. And you can even search this. So let's say I just want to say, hey, well, where can I go by? I'm right now in Primal. So this go ahead and this search filter out everything. So I'm just finding these servers where I can go on Primal. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to reset these columns so it just puts everything back into place. So I'm going to go ahead and I just want things that are on the Primal server so I can just go through my Aetherite. I don't need to, go to a data center hop, so I can do it there. Or let's say I want something here, so I just want to see, a specific thing. So maybe I just want to say cloaks. It wants to do that for me. Doesn't want to do that. But you can go ahead and you can search and filter however you want. Now, same comes to the market overview. So we can go ahead and we can hit our search. And it's going to give us this table with all of our values. So the market overview is going to go ahead and it's going to show you just raw statistics on your items. But we also have a tree map. So we have a visualization of whatever is best selling. Yellow if the price is stable, red if the price is going down, green if it's going up, blue if it's out of stock and not currently in stock. So let's look at one of these, maybe Soothing Sea Beast. Let's try and find that on the market board. And what we can do is, let's see, I believe this is market view. So you could just click the name to copy it to your clipboard. And let's see if it's really out of stock. So it looks like there is one in stock. So that happens sometimes when these items aren't checked that often. Let's check the other one. This one actually is not in stock. So, and you can see it's purchased quite often. So yeah, so we can actually use this to identify specific items based on, hey, well, what's selling fastest, what's selling the most quantity, and all these different factors from the table. So let's go back into that. Then we'll go into the Craftsim search. So this is very easily going to say, so let's do fast selling commodity items. So this is going to give you some input on, hey, here's things that maybe you want to be crafting. So maybe the gem draw of dexterity is pretty good because it seems like per craft you'll make about 3,000 gil. And so what that's going to do is one thing to note: if you've never used our Craftsim search before, what it does is it really gives you options on how you consider things profitable. So we're basically taking, well, where are you getting your costs? So you have three options where you can either do the median price of what the item is typically, and this is most likely what you'll be getting when you get the price. Average, sometimes a little bit higher because you'll have some servers that the price of your raw materials for crafting are sometimes a little bit higher when people are just too lazy to, hop servers. Minimum price is basically whatever's the cheapest in the region, which is likely what you're going to try and go for. But, sometimes if there's only like a stack of one on a server for really cheap, it's going to throw off the metrics. So minimum is not always good. Median is usually the best. So then you can go for regional minimum price. So this is if we wanted to make ours the cheapest in the whole region. If we wanted to change it so that's our home server, you'll see that we'll get much higher values because we're just estimating, hey, this is, we're just trying to sell on our home server. We're not trying to sell, whatever's the best in the region. But obviously, if yours is the best in the region, then it's going to sell very well because people are going to basically go look for the item on Universalis, say that, hey, I need gem sap of dexterity. I should probably go ahead and make it, even though gem stack of dexterity is 5K on your home, it is 3K in your listing. It is 3K regionally. So it still seems like you can make some gold doing this. But anyway, or gil. So let's say now we have some items and we're like, oh, that's regional average. We want to do regional minimum price. That's fine. Okay, regional minimum price. And so it'll basically say, it'll then highlight whichever statistics you're using for these profit calculations. So we can go ahead and say, all right, so now I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do make basically some of these. So now we go to the shopping list tool. And this is where we're going to go ahead and basically say, okay, I'm going to make the dexterity ones. I'm going to make some of the mine ones. I'm going to make some of the intellectual ones. And I'm going to make some of the strength ones. And let's say I want to do a lot of crafting. So I'm going to make 50 of each. Boom. And, let's just say we want them high quality. Is it going to tell us? No. So, yep, you can see right here that it's telling us that these are high quality. That's what we should be making. So we're going to go ahead and we can use a regional search. That'll make it even better. Or we can use data-wide search. Let's just do a data center. Say, we're not going to go all over for this. So we're just going ahead and search that. And boom, it gives us our shopping list of, okay, these are the materials that we need to go and buy. And here's where we're going to go to buy it. So we're going to go to Excalibur. We're going to get all of this. We're going to Exodus. We can get all of this. Pamphlet. We can get all of this right on our home server. Hyperion will go get this. And you can see the exact stacks and all of it we need, and we don't need high quality. And this is assuming that you are an OmniCrafter and you're maxed out and everything. So this just says, all right, you want to go ahead and it'll even give you these statistics, which are not to go by, but they're not set in stone. And then you can go ahead and you can just go pop to servers, get whatever you need for the lowest price. And if you get all of this, then you should be able to make your bulk crafting session, assuming that you want to make 50 of all these. But, it will work the same if we just wanted to do a smaller amount. So if we just wanted to do 5 instead, it would basically give us a much smaller list saying, oh, yeah, you just top to these 3 servers and you're good to go. And so those are the key features of Saddlebag Exchange and our plugin that we're adding for Final Fantasy. So feel free to support us on Patreon, join our Discord, check out our website, and be sure to check out our guides. Thanks for watching.